As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready?
This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt getting it for the first time. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. The big play nets them 17 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now give it to Krosky-Merritt. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. To throw, Daniels. Screen pass here for Krosky-Merritt. And he's taken down at the 30. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Rolling on first down, Daniels. Completed to his running back. And he'll get this forward to about the 28. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Daniels throwing on third. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Here's Jake Moody for the field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. Moody knocks it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
All in all, Kate, we call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
We go to the White 20. Turbo set.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yard to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
We go to the line. Now we control. 180. 5. Turbo set.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Forced out to his right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
White 20.
On the draw, this is Gibbs. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
The Commanders in the dime set for this 3rd down.
Hey, look, cut. Black 20.
They kick the running back in motion. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
14. Super 1. Set.
Goff on 3rd. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Value 180. Turbo set.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Another one caught by St. Brown. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Man in motion here. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back to Gibbs now on 2nd. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions finish off their opening drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter.
Let's go now.
Starting on the ground here, Krosky Merritt. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. 1 quarter away so far. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to Landover right after this.
Ready up.
Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Design bootleg here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Go.
Throw here, 3rd down. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
That's taken at the 15. And he's out of bounds after some great work on that return.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Right 20. What's up?
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Give him 13 on that play. And the Lions have a first down.
Danger, Case. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Go tonight. Rick Fleck. 180. What's up?
Looking to throw, Goff. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Gibbs now from the gun. Nothing doing on the draw block. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Black 20.
Goff now on 3rd down. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. It's a gain of 6.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
First down.
Here goes tonight. 180.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Obama. Got. Turbo.
Again, it's Gibbs. His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Like 20. What's that?
Third down run by Gibbs. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. And not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bringing the offense up to the line, 1st and 10.
Like 20.
From the red zone now. Caught just shy of the goal line. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Gibbs, and he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes, but let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
That one splits the uprights, and the Lions drive their lead to 11. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Running right side by McLaurin. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line.
Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Good strike downfield to Lane. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams breaking the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that. Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
Daniels back to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Ready?
Daniels is going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left with 4th down here.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
70 Lions.
Starting this drive with a design run. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. Along the right sideline, there's space. And somehow they reach the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Bates now for the point after. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
180.
From the gun, Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. He brushed him off with ease. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And that is good for Detroit 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
1st down, Detroit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Again, he's got room. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Stephanie! Cowboy 80!
Here's Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Let's go! Ready, right?
Now it gives to Krosky Merritt, running left. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Go!
Running once again with Krosky Merritt. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to bring this down to their 35. A They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Washington first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Ready.
First down, and they go right back to it. Like the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one, and now they get him behind the line.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Ready.
All right, here we go. Second down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Third and long for him here. And down he goes. The Lions rush gets home. And they come up big on third down there with the send.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
He connects downfield. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. What a play to beat this defense on fourth down. 23 yards and a first.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Throwing now, Daniels. Screen pass here for Krosky Merritt. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Offense to the line fast. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go. Go.
Krosky Merritt is across the line for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders start the second half with some needed points. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he's got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
17 yards. First down, Lions.
First down from the 42.
He goes to the 180. What's that?
Here's a give to Gibbs. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Motioning the tight end left.
180.
Another one for Gibbs. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Lions have a first down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, you got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Here we go. Black 20. Hey, let's go. Let's go ground. Now let's go. 5. What's that?
On first down, it's Goff. He finds Laporta. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
What's that?
1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. And he's done it so many times before in just this game, Brock. There he is again in the end zone leading that celebration.
I think they're running out of ways to celebrate.
I think so too.
Right? They work on these things. They love these celebrations, but my gosh, he's made a habit of visiting the end zone, and it's his effort, it's his want to, it's his will that has carried this offense forward for much of the game.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Hey, give me a D. Give me the E. Give me an A. Give me an M. And give me the ring. Give me a lock. Give me the rock.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready. 70.
From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
To throw, Daniels. Gets it to him on the screen. He's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of his running back, Krosky Merritt. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders putting up points in a game decided.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage. Big time.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Commanders make it an 18-point game. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And no luck, the Lions there to recover.
The onside
And he works
kick
this to the
recovers
38
by
before
the
going
Lions.
down. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least you didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Here we go. 76. 180. Maverick. Super 1. Harbaugh. 12. 17.
Goff to the air now. Chased out to his right. Middle of the field, taken in by Laporta. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Chasing him down outside that pocket, but it looked pretty clear, Brock. He should have pulled up instead of making that hit anyway.
These defenders can't help themselves. All right, the QB's got red jerseys in practice, can't hit them in training camp, and when they get out of the pocket, and you know every one of these guys wants to lay a lick on them.
And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Detroit.
The Lions put up even more points in a win. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. The 6th time he's run it in this game, and that ties the NFL record. Bates now for the point after. And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they'll decline this and take the results. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stopped.
At their own 34-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go. Ready?
Daniels now. Setting up the running back screen. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Ready.
Second down give to Krosky Merritt. Has a lane past the 45. Down the sideline inside the 30. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders making the scoreboard look a touch better.
Kate, that play right there, that run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level, but this rookie is putting on a show.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders make it an 18-point game. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10.
Left. Tonight. Black 20.
A start on the ground with Gibbs. Crosses midfield, still going. Reaches the 30. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. A 7th rushing score in this game. That's a new NFL record.
The kicker on.
Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys who can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Krosky Merritt straight ahead. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
They're going to run again here with Krosky Merritt. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
It's a gain of 8. And the Washington 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out.
Go.
Running right, this is Krosky Merritt. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on 1st, it's 2nd down. The Commanders take a timeout, it's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Guys, you got this. Let's win.
Second and 3 now.
Let's go.
Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Runs inside the 35. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Commanders putting up points in a game decided. Well, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Here goes the line. 180. Oh, yeah, you got it. What's that?
Running it with David Montgomery. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and that is good for a Detroit 1st down.
Value 3.
47-yard line.
Cut. 180.
Gibbs now from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
47-yard line.
180. Turbo.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So first down from the 41.
A gain of 12.
Go.
And the Lions
180.
first down.
Again, it's Gibbs. Into the second level past the 30. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
A gain of 22 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down. A gain of 22 yards.
So the Lions get the win on the road. And it was a game for